Hello everybody, I'd like to welcome you back to my page of That Duder. Today we will be talking about Raid Shadow Legends. A couple of things that I would like to talk about. One, Doom Tower. One of the things that they've done on this run of the Doom Tower, they did the beetle. They brought back the beetle on this run. And somebody in my clan was having just a little bit of issue with him, and I told him that I wasn't having too much of an issue with him. I think it was more or less the reason I wasn't having too much of an issue with him, I guess, was because of the champs that I was using. So I thought I would talk a little bit about it. Another thing that I was going to do was I was going to pull probably about half of my shards. I actually got one of the packs this week, and I got a good amount of shards. So I got around 100. I was only going to pull half of them because supposedly we're going to have a 2x event next weekend. So I didn't want to pull all of them. Because I wanna do the 2x next weekend. I did want to do some this week so that I could have something to do on the video. They do have some good ×10 this week champs. Like you have Sathalia, Duchess, Manea, Seer, or I think that's Blind Seer. You know what? Oh man. Now sitting here looking at it, oh man, I don't know if I don't know if I should do it or not. Cause to be honest with you, nah, screw it, I'll do it anyways. Cause to be honest with you, yesterday I wasn't recording, which was an absolute mistake of mine. Somebody had told me about the ×2 event next week, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna pull my shards. So I had 5 voids and 2 sacreds over what I had. And I cannot believe it, but on my very last pull, on my second shard, I actually pulled the one champ that I wanted. I actually pulled my Duchess. I was super stoked, super excited about it. I've already started building her out. I want to get her. I want to get her resist up over 500. It's just something that I definitely got to build onto her. It's just I'm just starting on her, but I'll get her there. For 100% sure I will. Like I said, those are just a couple of things that I want to talk about. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into these pools. I'm pretty sure that I will probably not, whenever it's ×10, I usually don't get the ×10 people. I just got lucky, absolutely 100% lucky, and got Duchess last night. Odds are I will not get the actual ×10. I usually get somebody different. What I actually think is going on, some people believe that it's just complete RNG who you think you're going to get. RNG being a random number generator in which, it's completely random whoever you get or the numbers that you get for, your equipment and stuff like that. Like for whenever you roll for your equipment and things like that. But I am starting to believe that you may actually be getting, when you first start your summoning on the first couple of hours of a day or the first quarter or first half of the day of summoning, that they actually allow you to get characters or champs for the crypts that are in faction wars. I know it may seem crazy, but I'm serious. It just kind of seems that way because yesterday they had Demon Spawn open, and I just happened to pull that Duchess. I mean, I bet you a lot of people ended up getting that Duchess more than they got any other champ yesterday. I know it kind of seems weird, but it just seems that way. So I am thinking, and I'm kind of hoping because I kind of need an orc, or watch I will get a Sacred Order. I've already finished my Sacred Order. I feel I will get a Sacred Order or an Orc Legendary if I pull one. If I pull one, it will be either an Orc or a Sacred Order Legendary. That's just my thoughts, but I think that's where it's going to go. So, like I said, I'm going to pull about half of these, and let's just see. So, let's go. Let's see if I get it. Alright, here goes the first 10. I need some luck. I got a Finchy. I think I already had a Finchy, but I had used it for of course, for the summon. So he's actually got a multi-hitter on almost every one of his hits. So he might actually be good for Fire Knight. So I might actually build him, see if he does any good. None of those. Blah. Ultimate Gallic, of course, with the HP burn. Apothecary, almost everybody would like to have him. Come on, let's see if we can just pull out a legendary. Come on, let's go. And there goes a legendary. And it's a non-dupe. It's a non-dupe legendary. And what faction is he in? He's undead. So I did not, he was not an orc. He was not a Sacred Order. He was actually undead. So it actually had nothing to do with either one of them. But I did get a legendary. So let's get it. I actually got a legendary. So that's awesome. I will take it. It's a non-dupe legendary. I don't know much about him. But hey, that's actually really awesome. Let's see. Attacks all enemies. Has 35% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff. Hey, that's actually really cool. So we want to put up his speed a ton. So I mean, he'll use that first to get everybody's speed down. That's kind of like a who does that? That sets the tone real quick. That drops the speed. God, everybody uses her. Can't think of her name right now. Attacks all enemies, has a 50% chance of placing the 25% weaken debuff. Oh, this is one of the characters that does the AoE weaken. Okay, places a 60% decreased defense. 60% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns if a weaken debuff is not placed. Oh, that's actually really good. Okay. Wow. Hell yeah. Okay. Is that and if it's booked up, that's an 80% chance of placing that weekend? And if it doesn't place the weekend, it places a 60% decreased defense? Wow. Okay. I mean, this ain't too bad. The heal reduction is kind of garbage, but attacks all enemies, places 100% heal reduction debuff for 2 turns. If you ascend, it removes shield, block damage, and unkillable buffs from all enemies, then attacks them, places 100% heal reduction debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. I don't know what his, and he's got 30% attack in all battles. That's not bad. I don't know what his multipliers are, but that is not a bad kit. Not a bad kit at all. Why ain't nobody talking about this guy? His multipliers must be like super garbage. Wow. I mean, his affinity sucks. Like him, you know. But I mean, that's not bad. I mean, his kit is not bad at all. I mean, I just got a legendary, but I almost want to go ahead and pull another 10. Let's go ahead and pull another 10. Let's see if we can get super lucky. Let's get another one. No, I'm just kidding. We are not gonna get another, but let's try. Here we go. No. All right. That was just a. Let's see. Wow. Well, we got a legendary. I mean, that's great. That's awesome. Sweet. To be honest with you, I mean, I wanted to get into my summon rush to try to get some of these legendary books. That's what I really want to do, because I've got 4 books already on my um what's her name? Goodness gracious, I can't remember anything already. Woo, Duchess. Now, yeah, I got 4 books on my Duchess, and she only takes 7 books. So I was actually wanting to get 3 more books, but as you can see, I wasn't getting very many epics. I only got 1 legend. Wasn't getting very many epics, so I didn't get many points, but I got some points, which is good. But that's awesome. I mean, his kit doesn't look bad at all. So his multipliers must be like really bad. I mean, like really bad. I mean, he looks cool. All right. Okay. So, anyways, the other thing that I wanted to talk about, like I said, my teammate was talking about when he was going against the beetle in Doom Tower, was it took him forever to get past the beetle, even on normal. And I know it was 100% because of the champs that he used and the gear that he was using. So the champs that I was using were definitely ones that were specifically against that does good against bosses, that would do good against knocking his shield down, because the beetle has a shield, and you have to knock that shield down first to get to him. So, that being said, somebody that does well against this are people like Armiger, and people that do well against that is I've got Lugan. He does well against that. He also has a bodyguard ability where he protects my other teammates. Royal Guard does well against bosses, which that also helps. So I have him out there against the team. Verges, he does well against the beetle. And then on top of that, when you've got these players out here, these champs that do so well against bosses, then on top of that, you put them in this destroy gear. Now the destroy gear decreases the enemy max HP by 40%. Now recently what they've done actually is they have put a cap on the bosses where they won't allow but 10%, I believe. I think they won't let you take any more than 10% of the max HP, which that's fun. As long as you've got multiple champs doing that damage over and over again, you will actually knock out these bosses really quick. It's not a big deal. They try to make it harder for us, but we find ways to still do it. Not a big deal. So his actual time was quite long. So I showed him the team that I was using, which I had somebody in there in Martyr, which uh, the Aura put up a 33% defense in all battles. And then I did Mountain King for just harsh single target damage. And then Lugan did the boss damage. Armiger did the max HP damage, and Royal Guard did the max HP damage towards the boss. So that was definitely something that helped me do what I could against the boss. And me doing that, it only took me 36 turns for the whole run. And the person that had the problem was the one that's in third place, the Omen guy. It took him 137. But he also said that he had a long day at work and that he just threw a team together and just put it out there. So, I mean, I gave him a little better idea of what team he needs to put together and what kind of gear he may need to use. And that's kind of what I'm telling everybody here now, what you need to use and how you need to use it. And I'm gonna kind of let you see how it runs out and how it works, because it doesn't take long. It doesn't take long at all. Now, even if you're running auto, what I would do is I would at least target the brood mauls, because if you don't target the brood mauls, they will heal. They will revive the other party members of the opposite team. So I mean, if you don't, it'll just take longer. So it's just something that you might want to do just to make the match go a little bit quicker. But other than that, I mean, the Basilisk, they just have a revive on death type ability. But I mean, I have these every one of these champs are they're made for damage. I mean, they just do quite a bit of damage very well. I don't have anybody that has any kind of healing or anything. I don't really feel like they need it. I mean, it's not like this is a very high level boss at this point. I think this is only like I think it's like a level 90 or something, or it's somewhere lower level or something to that effect. I don't know why my Lugan already died. That's interesting. That is not how it was supposed to go. I'm going to have to resort to just raw damage in this one. So normally I was having somebody, well, it would normally break down to that, but I have my Mountain King who has ignore defense also, which that also helps. But something that I wasn't expecting was my Lugan got beat immediately, which that did not help whatsoever. But that's just a general idea. There is a purple bar above the Scarab King. You want to get that down, and then you can start doing major damage to the Scarab King. And this is only floor 50, not 90. I was sadly mistaken. So he was quite easy. It's nothing too bad. So anyways, so that covers that part. That covers that. So that was pretty much everything that I was going to discuss in this video. So I appreciate y'all hanging out, watching me pull my shards. I did get a legend, so that was actually really cool. Thank y'all for hanging out. Please join, like, subscribe, um, and if you like any other games or want me to cover any other games, please comment in the section below. If you have anything to say about this video or anything else, just please let me know. This has been That Duder, and we'll catch y'all later. Let's get it.